Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Campus Care Ed Talks. I am Nandini Upadhyay, your host of the show, and I would like to welcome you all. So, let me tell you a bit about Ed Talk. Ed Talk is a platform where educators and leaders like you come on board and express their viewpoints related to education and society. Our topic for discussion is encouraging students to explore their talents beyond the classroom. And to express their viewpoints on the same, we have with us Miss Neha Singh Ma'am, who is the director of St. Kabir School and Siddharth International School, Hisar, Haryana. Welcome, Neha Ma'am.
Hello, good evening. Thank you so much.
Next, we have with us Miss Rita Jha Ma'am, who is the director principal of Tagore Vanasthali Public School, Solan, Himachal Pradesh. Welcome, Rita Ma'am. We have with us Dr. Raji N. Kumar, ma'am, who is the director of NK Bagrodia Group of Schools, Dwarka and Rohini. Welcome, Raji, ma'am.
Namaskar and good evening to everyone and good evening, Neha. Thank you so much. Nandini.
Next, we have with us Archana Tiwari, ma'am, who is the principal of Tagore Public School, Prayagraj. Welcome, Archana, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. And thank you, Nandini ma'am, for giving me this opportunity.
Next, we have with us Dr. Vandana, ma'am, who is the principal of Surya Public School, Lucknow. Welcome, Vandana, ma'am.
Very good evening. Good evening to all. Thanks for the opportunity.
Next, we have with us Neenu ma'am, who is the principal of Baba Ramdas Vidyapeeth, Karnal, Haryana. Welcome, Neenu ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone.
Next, we have with us Dr. Anjum Babu Khan ma'am, who is the pedagogy advisor of Springfields Education Group and Glendale Education Group. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Nandini.
And last, we have with us Mamta Pandey ma'am, who is the principal of DAV Centenary Public School, Karnal. Welcome, Mamta ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Upadhyay, and namaste to everyone.
So, a very warm welcome to all the educators. Thank you so much for taking out your precious time and joining us for this wonderful show known as Ed Talks. So, let's start off with this session. So, my very first question is from Anjum ma'am. Ma'am, how can schools create environments that support and encourage students to explore their unique talents and interests outside of traditional academic subjects? Over to Anjum ma'am.
Thank you so much, Nandini. Would I be able to share my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just give me 1 second to share the screen. There we go. And I just have to put it on slideshow. There we go. Okay, so this is a topic that's very close to my heart because this is what I've done as an educator for over 25 years. And I would like to answer this question in 3 parts. One is that we can give children the opportunity to explore their unique talents and interests outside of the traditional academia by one, cultivating character and not only the competence that we do usually through the subjects, and two, by creating learning places that are nurturing spaces for all the multiple intelligence that are within the spectrum of human potential. And three, by creating a standard in which you measure that what you want to see, which is the unique talents and the interests. So unless you measure it in a report card, a holistic report card, we don't end up seeing that because we're not paying enough attention to it. So sorry, how do I go to the next screen? 1 second. Okay, so I've been a big fan and advocate and implementer of the theory of multiple intelligences that was created by Dr. Howard Gardner, and we've done this for over 25 years. And when we look at intelligence, it's not just like this white, okay, overall intelligence. When you put it through a prism, it's an entire spectrum, and that's really what human potential is. It's a whole spectrum, and we do need to be able to uncover that. in a school environment. So we have, at least 8 different intelligences. I don't want to read them all out, but not just your verbal and logical mathematical, which are normally the core academic subjects, but you have naturalistic intelligence, visual, spatial, musical, rhythmic. You have your social and emotional intelligences in the form of interpersonal intelligence and intrapersonal intelligence, and bodily kinesthetic intelligence, as well as how do you help kids find their purpose, through existential intelligence and how they make meaning of life. In order to be able to build all these intelligences, you also need to have the right infrastructure. And that's why number 2 was creating learning places that are nurturing spaces for all these intelligence. So in our institutions, we had all the different sport facilities. We had studios for home science, for music, for art, for yoga, for craft, for drama, you name it, with the visuals and performing arts, as well as the sports. We had infrastructure for all that. And that is what allows, when you have that type of infrastructure and resources, as well as trained faculty that are specialized in those fields, that's when those unique talents and interests of the children come out. And also, we also need to give children the opportunity to explore and demonstrate what they're interested in. And these projects, there's so much learning that happens because they have a sense of ownership of what their interests are, what their talents are when they share projects. So that was just another idea I wanted to quickly share. And these are some screenshots of a holistic progress report that we used to use. So again, when an institution is giving marks, not just for math, science, social studies, English language, but also for what their multiple intelligences are, also for social and emotional learning, also for what books they're reading, how they're doing in activities or service. That's when you see this holistic kind of spectrum of the child kind of, come to fruition. And we also need to give children opportunity to develop their character. So the first answer was cultivating character along with competence. So we had a program called RRC. Are you being respectful? Are you being responsible? Are you being cooperative? And when we give them opportunities within the school to help, like the support staff, the environment, the campus, their teachers, their peers, you're giving them an opportunity to, again, demonstrate this very, very essential aspect of their being, which is their character. Since 2015, we also have the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So not only can kids learn about the world through their subjects, but they can also learn on how and demonstrate on how they can make it a better place by implementing actions to reach these goals and making that world a better place today. So everything from no food wastage in the dining hall to maybe, each one teach one, adopting a, government school child and teaching what of your talents, being eco-friendly and employing sustainable activities on the campus. These are just a couple of examples really quickly because my time is really short. And we also need to understand that when I had implemented the multiple intelligence, that also in part, not in part, but completely, develop the 21st century skills as well at the same time. So when we're developing one, we're developing the other. And oops, I think I went back one, and I think my time is up, but would like to just leave you with a whole bunch of questions that we can ask under each intelligence, of how we can actually explore their unique interests. And I don't think I have time to read it out, Nandini, but I have it there up on the screen. For each intelligence, this is what an educator needs to ask herself, a teacher needs to ask herself, a principal needs to ask herself, on how we can develop these different facets of a child within the school environment. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I really liked Anjum, ma'am, when you talked about the 21st century skills. And I think so we actually need to focus on that, because our country is I think so all the educators are working a lot for the children to build those 21st century skills. So thank you so much, Anjum ma'am. So my next question is for Ninu ma'am. Ma'am, in what ways do extracurricular activities and clubs contribute to the holistic development of students, talents, and skills? Over to Ninu, ma'am.
Thank you, Nandini, for asking this question. I would say that it would be the extension of Anju ma'am, what she has stated, that to inculcate the multiple intelligence among the student, it is very important. Extracurricular activities and clubs in the school go beyond the traditional classroom teaching, offering students a chance to have hand-on information about what they have learned and how they are going to do that. For example, recently I have conducted a fun science fair in my school, and you won't believe students are so much enthusiastic about that, and they have put their ideas so well that even teachers couldn't imagine that they could beyond this way. I would like to say that this generation is really Gen Z, what we call them these days, and they are so fertile mind that it is really commendable. Moreover, as ma'am has said, that social skills are really important. By participating in such events where different clubs have been organized in the school, they come to know about the leadership skills, communication, interpersonal and intrapersonal skills, teamwork, time management, budget management, and handle the tantrums of their peers. And moreover, when they participate in such kind of groups and group activity, it is very important for them to learn about how to manage the things among themselves. And moreover, they come to know about their passion, that what their passion is, which can lead to further navigate their career and potential for the upcoming life. So I think they play a very vital role to inculcate their passions and other things. They should go beyond the classroom to do such kind of activities. And above all, critical thinking and problem solving skills come up with such kind of events when we organize these things. So as ma'am has said that such type of multi-dimensional development or the holistic development is required for the development of kid for 21st century skills. I think this is the best way to have these clubs and activities in our schools. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And Ninu, ma'am, you are right that so when back in school when I was there, it was very difficult for me to analyze what is my passion, what I'm passionate
Exactly.
about. But it's really great to see schools are working on all such things which used to be neglected before. So thank you so
And
much.
moreover, I would like to add that moreover, who participate in such thing, you will see that later in life they develop a kind of a leadership skills where they can reach to that level in their own organization or in their job to do such kind of things in their life.
Yeah, right, ma'am. Correctly said. So thank you so much, Ninu, ma'am. So my next question is for Neha, ma'am. Uh, just a minute, ma'am. So Neha, ma'am, what role does community engagement and partnerships with external organizations play in providing opportunities for students to explore and develop their talents beyond the classroom? So over to Neha, ma'am.
Thank you so much for that question, Nandini. First of all, good evening once again to everyone. It's needless to say that having partnerships with communities and organizations beyond school and classroom is crucial to, especially in the environment that we're in today. It is important to create internship opportunities for children, for them to allow to step outside of the classroom and experience the so-called real life. So that would be one thing that we can do with the different organizations coming in. Another thing would be to provide them mentorship programs. We can have different people coming in who can talk about how the life is beyond a classroom and what are the skills that they need to acquire in order to be successful, which also helps in orienting children in a goal oriented study. So that's another thing. Uh, Community and participating within the community is also very important. There's this project that we did uh, with the with drivers, women drivers who drove along the border of the actual line of control and visited schools therein. And this was a very sort of a very heartwarming partnership that our children had developed, and this lasted for over a month. In those 5 weeks, our children were able to basically talk about the the concerns that they have being in the heartland and on the borders, the challenges that come across, understanding how children along the LOC are living and how their peers can have different kind of life experiences. That also builds a certain sensitivity towards diversity and accepting people when you step out in the real life. Other than that, I think bringing in organizations, especially for training teachers beyond the context of classroom and focusing on their social and emotional health, is also very important. We at our institutions, we believe that happy teachers can save, can change the world. So my primary focus has always been teacher training, with an orientation, of course, towards children. And that is where I think bringing in partners from beyond the classroom is important, because having a teacher trained sort of gives that fostering environment to the children, because there's another trusting adult present in the classroom. So that would be my take on this. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Neha ma'am. Thank you for sharing your experience, and what a great initiative your school has taken. The LOC, the what you talked about, the line of or border. It's I think so. Every school do such activities. So thank you so much, Neha ma'am. So my
Thank
next question is for Raji ma'am. Ma'am, how can schools and educational institution sorry integrate projects based learning and hands on experience to help students discover and refine the talents in practical and real world settings? Over to Raji ma'am.
Thank you, Nandini ma'am. First of all, good evening and namaskar to everyone. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. I would like to say one thing, that we have to cater to the Vision 2042. That is, we have to make ourselves future ready. Now, how do we make ourselves future ready? Because we have to cater to the Gen Alpha. Now, Gen Alpha will only understand if we don't make them teach them through rote learning. We have to teach them in a very, very interesting manner, and that too keeping child-centric education. That is child-centric. The child is at the center of the classroom, not teacher-centric. So PBL, that is project-based learning, is required very much in the classroom. And this really connects, and this is giving an hands-on experience, and it also or help the children to discover day-to-day projects, day-to-day experiences, lifelong experiences, because we have to teach for life. We don't have to teach them for examinations. So if we give them hands-on experiences and give them projects, then it will really help in 20th century skills, the life skills. So all the 5 C's, the collaboration, communication, critical thinking, creativity, confidence, all this will be improved. We at N.K. Bagrodia Public School Sector 4 Dwarka and all the N.K. Bagrodia schools in Delhi, we believe that giving projects and will help the children to plan, make team building, give them so much of confidence that they do a lot of research. So when they do research, they open the internet, because internet is a wonderful, vast, knowledge of library of lot of information. They even use ChatGPT, and they can come up with a lot of new ideas, because we are catering to the Gen X, and we need to understand that the teachers will become obsolete if they are not in sync with the children, and this is a requirement of NEP 2020 also, because we have to teach through competency based learning. And learning by doing is the best thing to, in the classroom. So projects have to be prepared, and PBL, that is project based learning in curriculum, is better than rote learning. So inquisitiveness is increased. The children plan, the children do research, and they will come up with wonderful projects. They give presentations. They know how to speak in the classroom. The group will come and give it can be individual projects also, and it can be group projects also. So all this will really help. And they also use technology, because this is wonderful thing that a lot of resource has to be used for making the projects. And in addition to that, the pedagogy also includes new industry competencies and technology integration. So all this will meet our learning outcomes, and this will also meet our goals of contemporary learning standards. So, the collaboration and interacting with the peer group, the teacher also, because the teacher will also guide them correctly, and the parents also. So all the stakeholders are involved, and this will really help in connecting to the real life experiences. So this is what I feel, that we all need to add PBL in our classrooms. Thank you so much, Nandini ma'am. I hope I am with the time.
Thank you so much, Raji ma'am. So my next question is for Rita ma'am. Rita ma'am. So ma'am, what are the benefits of incorporating arts, music, sports, and other non-academic pursuits into the school curriculum to promote a well-rounded approach to talent exploration and development? Over to Rita ma'am. So my next question is for Vandana ma'am. Ma'am, how do cultural and diversity consideration influence the encouragement of students to explore their unique talents, especially in settings with varied student backgrounds and tradition? Over to Vandana ma'am. So Archana ma'am, you're the next one. So ma'am, in what ways can technology and digital platforms be leveraged to provide students with wider access to resources and opportunities for honing their talents beyond the classroom? Over to Archana ma'am.
This question is, I think, today's time, especially after pandemic. This question, I chose this question because I want to answer this question, and it is a very good question put to me. I want to throw light how we can leverage technology and digital platform on expanding horizons for students' talent. Let me take point wise. First, today's students have access to diverse resources. Online learning platforms, we have various online learning platforms like MOOCs, online courses, and educational YouTube channels offers endless possibilities for students to explore their interests, from coding and filmmaking to advanced science and music composition too. There are digital libraries and database available. We in our school also, we have started with this digital library, so the students can have access from wherever they are in the world to these libraries. There are ebooks available nowadays, research papers and multimedia resources that provide in-depth knowledge and inspiration regardless of, I told you, regardless of their physical, where they are present, or whether the physical library is there or not, because this digital library is going to play a very good, very important role in bringing the students out of their four walls of classroom and school. There are online communities and forums too. Nowadays, students can connect with like-minded people, whatever is their line of interest. They can connect to their peers, and in social media also, and virtual conferences also available to foster the collaboration, exchange of ideas, and peer-to-peer learning. Like we are doing no, in live section, we are interacting with each other. Students also have the opportunities to interact with their peers, and whatever their line of interest is there, they can interact with them. And second, I want to throw light on personalized learning journey. Nowadays, students have personalized learning journey. There are adaptive learning platforms. AI is a powerful tools nowadays to create tailored learning pathway based on individual strength. So, according to the strength, the students can find out their strength and their weaknesses, and that will help them to learn their own pace. With their own pace, they can learn and focus on their specific talents. So this is a very good point where AI is playing a very good role on this. Then you have virtual mentors and coaches also available. I think few years back we didn't have this mentorship and coaches that was available online. But today we have virtual mentors and coaches available. So students can access to expert guidance and mentorship in various fields, empowering them to refine their skills and receive constructive feedback. There are interactive tools also and stimulations also available. Impressive experiences through virtual realities, stimulation. We have a VI session we had in our school also. We had the VI session where they could have experiential learning, and interactive games make learning encouraging and bring abstract concept to life, sparkling creativity and innovation. Then coming to the nurturing the talents of the students, nurturing the talent and building networks. Online portfolio platform and contests are available for students to showcase their artwork, code projects, writing, and performance to online platforms that provides global exposure and feedback opportunity. Now the students are globally exposed. Earlier we were limited to our own areas, but now the students are exposed to the global scenarios. Then there are virtual internship. I think some of the speaker was talking about internships. So we have virtual internship and available nowadays. Online platform connects students with professional and organization for virtual internship. And so from the time after pandemic, work from home has come, this internship projects also is available for the students so that they can increase their practical experience and they have the networking opportunities. And we have crowdfunding and social entrepreneurship also for the students that raise fund for passion, whatever passion they have. Then they can entrepreneur skills also available for the students to showcase their talent. Now coming to challenges. Though we talk about that technology is very good, what are the challenges they are going to face and how we are going to overcome those challenges and how we are going to consider them. Digital divide, unequal access to technology and internet connectivity. So because all the students cannot be equally access to this thing, strategies like providing subsidized device and internet access should be addressed. We have to see that we are providing every student with this opportunity. Information overload is also there and misinformation is also there. So filtering, we have to filter the information, resource and promoting responsible digital citizenship, and it is very crucial that we have responsible digital citizenship. Then next coming to screen time, that is also a limitation. Screen time and mental health, balancing online encouragement and physical activity. So we have to balance the students with their online activities, and at same time they should have physical activity also and real world interaction for well-being. So I would like to conclude that technology and digital platform can be powerful tool for demonstrating their access to knowledge, resources, opportunity, allowing the students to explore their talent beyond the classroom. By navigating the challenges and harnessing the potential, the tools, we can empower students to become well-rounded and individual and unlock their full potential. In this way, we can bring our students outside the classroom and use the technology judicially. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Archana ma'am, for sharing your views. So my last question is for Mamta ma'am for today. So Mamta ma'am, And how can parents and guardians be engaged as a partners in supporting students' exploration of the talent outside of school hours? And what resources can be offered to facilitate this involvement? Over to Mamta ma'am.
Thank you, Ms. Upadhyay. My question, it seems as if it is an extension of Ma'am Neha's question, and a lot has been spoken a lot on it by Ma'am Raji, Ma'am Ninu, Ma'am Anjum. See, life affords no greater responsibility, no greater privilege than raising next generation. And local school or a school is not only for parents, it is not only for the school children of that school. A school is an asset of society. We call school a mini society where the children they learn societal behavior, where they learn to adjust, adapt, and accommodate themselves into the normal life. So here it is really very important to see how parents community they can support. We talked of that multiple intelligence, we talked of PBLs, we talked of like lot many things, but I believe that without the help of parents, without the help of community, the things they are not very much possible. I mean, tell the parents, they would feel as if the school is only I mean, a place where the child goes to study, to acquire the certificates, but we are not going to meet the cause. I mean, a word was used by Ma'am Raji, futuristic schools. We are talking of 2042. So if we are marching ahead, if we're looking towards that futuristic school and for the generation that would be thriving in the next decades, so we have to be well prepared, and it would be surely not the cup of tea only at the part of the school or the stakeholders at the level of the school. So it has to first of all we need to understand. I mean, I told you that the local school, I mean a school in any area, I mean to say, it is the integral part of the fabric of the community, and the child is the thread of that fabric. So what the way it would be woven, the way it would be prepared, that would come out as the form of the society. Both would mirror each other. So community help, parents help. I mean, the first step is getting accommodated with the parents, taking not only meeting them on PTMs. There should be a sort of vast platform where we can encash the type of the qualities or the type of the aids they have. They can be utilized for the welfare of the students. And the next step would be obviously community. In community we have all NGOs, we have the government organization, like if I talk of Karnal, we have NDRI, we have ICSR. All these, I mean, people, even the industry people, they can be supportive to us for providing a learning platform to the children, because we are talking of, I mean, if it is community through community, learning through PBL, so it is a sort of experiential learning, we wish to say. And for experiential learning, the most important thing which is required, it is planning. I mean, how do we have to plan? How do we have to, somehow impart all these things, incorporate all these things into our normal, the curriculum or our syllabus or our planner. That is very important. So, see, if I give you the simple examples of community services to your school, it can be like any of your alumni coming to the school, talking to the parent children about their experiences. I mean, what were the struggles involved in reaching to that pinnacle of the success, or what should a child adopt? Because the child has undergone. I mean, the person you have presented. I mean, the society representative, the child of the former child of the school, is going to give them an experience as to which steps are involved in reaching that peak of the success. So it can be one of the things. Doctors coming to your school, that is an example. Students taken to a society to like outside visits, that is an example of incorporating community thing and experiential learning. So it is I mean, getting together for a common cause. for any country, we say that the children are the most important asset. So just coming out of those confinements, that a school is a unit that only gives certificates or degrees to the students, that would no more be important. That would be not, enough for the today's need. It is like the community resources are to be used, to be utilized, and that too with perfect planning. I mean, in schools we cannot, do it just for the sake. We have to see how profitable it would be. All good business houses, they also know that how schools are important for them. So that same way, how can we take their support, their help into it? This is what that is a question, and this is what that is a challenge. And I believe it is not important that what to do, what is community support and what is parental support. It is how this can be taken up, how it can be planned, and the things they need to be involved and integrated into it. So a different type of skills. We are talking of vocational education. We are talking of skills education. So many of the parents, many of our alumni, many of such people, they are very much skilled. I mean, in some specific streams or lines. So I mean, their help can be taken up. We have to train the children in every trade, in every skill, irrespective of whether it is graceful, it would look good or it would not look good. It is like that. So if you're, Ma'am Raji, she gave examples of like home sciences. I believe it was Ma'am Anjum when she was talking of that multiple intelligences. So there were examples where the students were given the platforms to learn the outside the school as well, or PPS school students are given the exam. So why not to connect it with some industries outside? Why not to connect it with some NGOs outside? Some Red Cross societies helping you, some NGOs helping you, some art organizations helping you, bringing them to the school and bringing them to the school to with a very positive spirit where masses are going to learn. And definitely, if they're going to learn something, it would be, surely serving society in a very, very positive way. So, but the most important thing, like how to plan it, how to do it. So this is, I believe, a thing that should be discussed and that should be talked on, because this is a challenge, I believe, before all the stakeholders as to how this, involvement is to be. So from this platform, it's a request to all the parents to take the school as a unit. I mean, it is not only a school; it is a fabric of the society which is going to make. It is the place which is teaching the child everything. I mean, how to adjust, how to incorporate into society, how to live life in a different way. So I believe parents, community, it is whether you talk of the diversity, whether you talk of adjustments, whether you talk of cooperation, collaboration, communication, whatever all C's we are talking of, this is all, I believe, they are interconnected. We started with talking of the multiple intelligence, then we went to PBL, then we went to Ma'am Neha's topic, like how the things they can be done. I believe these all things, they are integrated and they all are connected, interconnected. And this is how we can do it. I mean, this is how the things they can be done. And of course, still there are lot many things which are to be more researched, which are to be more brooded upon to conclude how and what it is to be done. But it is an ongoing process. It would go on, and we'll have to surely assess it more. We'll have to research more on it. And like for us, we in at DAV, we people keep on doing it. Like very soon, we are going to have our DAV United Festival where all the schools all over India, they showcase their talents. So it's another example of community learning where the entire nation is involved. All 1,000 schools, along with the teachers, with the students, they would be involved. Even the alumni of the school, they would be involved. So lakhs of people coming on a single platform. So I mean, I believe it's the best way to connect community with you. So such kind of the things may go on, and I believe such discussions, they don't come to an end. We have thousands of ideas coming out. It is very, very innovative thing on which we can work more. So thank you so much, Nandini, for giving us the chance and interacting with such intellectual people. It was really very good. Last but not least, I also got a good question, and it was really a nice brainstorming session. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mamta ma'am, for such an informative session. And so, this is how we come to the end of the session. Thank you so much to all the educators for imparting their knowledge and experience to the topic. It was indeed a very insightful and informative session by all. So, looking forward to much more sessions like these, hopefully in future. So, this is Nandini Upadhyay, and I would like to sign off. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Merry
Thanks.
Christmas and
Nandini.
Happy New
Thank you.
Year. Thank
Same
you.
to you.
And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.